for another week. I hope y'all had a fulfilled week, safe week,
productive week, successful week.
Yeah, there we go. So we back at it, right back, getting to it with y'all. This is what we look forward to the most.
For sure, bro.
Being able to chop it up with you guys. Oh, as you probably can see, you know.
Food on teas, man. They coming.
They coming.
We working.
Yeah,
we working.
Yeah, they coming.
Respectfully, we gonna have to offer them to the Patreon people first.
Because of
they support it, man, and I'm pretty sure they'd been down since day one. So we got to offer it to them first before we get to the normies.
The normies?
The normies. Yo, listen, my homie used to call people normies if they didn't work in the kitchen. He'd call them normies.
I don't know how I would have felt about that.
Oh, he means it disrespectfully.
I bet he did.
So, but this is not disrespect. It's just, you know, the people are supporting, and we're giving back to them too. So it's only fair.
I got you.
You know?
All right, we want to hop right into it. So we still starting with tails.
Yeah, I like doing tails first.
All right,
it get the juices going.
It does. Well, I'm gonna let you start.
Let me see what I got. I might chill this week. Last week was a little wild.
Okay, I'm
gonna chill this week. So a few weeks ago, we had the conversation about cut gloves and how I hate them. I think they're trash.
Yeah.
I hate them because to me, it's a sign you don't know how to use a knife.
Okay.
You never have to worry about cutting yourself if you practice proper knife skills. For video, they can see, you know, tuck your thumb in. The knife should never go above your knuckles. So I'm at work where I'm at now. So, you know, it's a doozy. I'm at work. I finished cutting some filet mignons up, and I go wash my hands, and I see a trail of blood from the hand wash sink, and I follow it because I was like, this is like a murder mystery, like it's funny as shit. So I follow it, and it goes into my office. Now it's dripping in the office. So I'm like, I look, it's one of my cooks. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? He said, I was cutting something and I cut myself, but I don't know why. Like, I had my cut glove on. I said, it protects cuts, not stabbings.
Right.
I said, why did you have your hand in front of the knife? And he was like, how'd you know that's what I did? I was like, I know. How else could you stab yourself?
Right.
And I was like, I was like, where's the paper towel? Did you wash your hand? And he's like, no. I said, go wash your hand, get a paper towel, and put pressure on it. You're doing nothing, just like trying to put a Band-Aid over it. So, when y'all hear me say my fellow Americans, just know that's the one. That's the exorcism of Mills. I'm gonna start wilding.
No, all right.
That's the one. So yeah, that's my tale. Stupid, just dumb stuff. You never, like, I know he had whatever he had, and he went like this.
Ooh.
So, what you got, man?
So, my tales from the kitchen is called...
I'm not going to laugh.
No, you're not. It's corny. My tales from the kitchen is called, What the Fuck's Going On in the Club Lounge?
The Club Lounge. Oh, okay. I got you.
The M Club.
Oh, where you at now?
No, the club that they had inside of the hotel.
Oh, okay, like
VIPs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I got you.
So,
like a concierge lounge kind of thing. Yeah, I got you.
So, fortunately for me, I never worked the club lounge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a cook while I'm working the club lounge. But we were responsible at night to provide hors d'oeuvres for the club lounge.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have their cold stuff, their hot stuff, snacks, soda water.
This is Marriott?
Drinks, yeah.
Oh, you had to do the same thing. I got you.
Yeah. So,
I think they called it a skybox or something.
Really?
I think so.
Okay.
I can't remember the name, but I think we definitely had to do that.
The best thing they could have done, though, before the renovation, the club lounge was on the 3rd floor. So it would take the attendant forever to get downstairs to grab more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But once they remodeled, they put the club lounge right past the lobby. So all you got
That's crazy. Same thing for us.
So all you gotta do is walk through the restaurant into the kitchen, get what you need, and go right back.
Yo, that's wild. It used to be when I worked at the Marriott. I used to be on the top floor, and then they remodeled and they moved it to the just outside the restaurant.
Yeah, I still.
Damn, that's crazy.
That probably was just their motto.
Yeah,
company wide.
True.
So this one night in particular, it's all these families in there that had all these kids. And when they remodeled, they got rid of the pool. So it was nothing for the kids to do anymore. They was bored as shit.
Mom.
And they would be in the club lounge running a fucking muck.
Touching everything,
jumping, doing flips on the sofas,
pillow fights,
everything. So when we would put the hors d'oeuvres out, they would go like that. And this one night in particular, I went through 2 cases of shrimp pot stickers, 2 cases, 2 cases of edamame pot stickers.
So cases, just for context.
Cases, it was 4 bags
of 100 or 50.
50. It was 4 bags of 50 in a case. So that's 200 pieces. So
per
now,
case.
So now we're up to 400 pieces of just that.
Oh, I know. And
then what I used to do was when we had extra food from the employee cafeteria, I'd repurpose it. Put it in the pans that go into the club lounge, put them in the oven, warm them up, and then have that. So that's kind of like your one-off.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to have this, but I'm giving it to y'all so it doesn't go to waste. But then they shut that down. We couldn't give them like actual food anymore. We had to give them strictly hors d'oeuvres. So I did it that evening to save my ass because we were busy in the restaurant and we was busy in the club lounge. So the club lounge attendant was off, but they all were still in there. Yeah. So somebody had to go in there and just check and see what's what. So I had to go in the club lounge. I go in that motherfucker, bro. When I tell you, the club lounge looked like a mosh pit.
Just a lot of kids.
From a goddamn Pearl Jam concert. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, trash cans knocked over. Trash all on the floor. They was running through all the refrigerators. Like, the refrigerators is damn near empty.
Yeah, I used to keep sodas in.
Sodas, waters, milk, all that stuff. The cereal dispenser that had the cereal in it, it was like a half a bag of cereal on the floor. It's like somebody just opened a dispenser and just let it all run out.
Listen,
bruh,
where I'm at now, that happened too, by the way.
Oh my God, bro, listen.
We came in, it was like, what the...
There's no parents to be found. There's nothing but kids in this joint.
They left kids in there unsupervised?
All the parents was at the fucking lobby bar. And I guess they looked at it like, well, from where I am to where the club is like 20 feet. They're right there. What could they get into?
Everything?
They got into everything. So
some people got to take a test to have kids, yo, because that's wild.
I made the executive decision. I shouldn't have, they say, but then when they thought about it, they was glad I did it.
You kicked them out?
I made the executive decision. I kicked all them fucking kids out. I said, go find y'all parents. Y'all can't be in here unattended. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? Go find your parent. Simple. And then I guess they saw the
damage
was about to come out of me. I don't want to say it, but you know,
ABM.
No, it's all right. The yes, he was coming out.
Sometimes it got to. At least you got it like a switch for it.
Yeah, it was about to come out, but I was like, nope.
Get your fucking asses out.
Because they all was little Caucasian kids.
Oh, it'd look bad.
It would have looked terrible for me. So then one of the parents was like, well, why'd you kick my son and my daughter out of the club lounge? I said, ma'am, let me tell you something. I said, this is why. She said, well, how do you know it was my kid? I said, I don't know. That's why I kicked all of the kids out. I'm not singling anybody out here. I don't know who did it. They all had to go. Yours included. Well, that makes sense. At least I know they weren't being singled out. No, they were not, ma'am. Because I don't know who did it, but this is unacceptable. Yeah.
It's not it's a playpen. It's not a playpen. It's a fucking major market hotel. Like,
so one of the parents complained to the front desk supervisor that one of the cooks, she probably said one of the black cooks too, but one of the cooks had disciplined her children and made them leave out of the club lounge.
Disciplined?
Yeah, she used she threw the D word in there.
Yo,
yeah,
Karen.
So
stop it, 5.
I go back in the kitchen. Luckily for me, the general manager was still there. He didn't leave for the day. The general manager of the hotel.
Yeah, I got you.
So cool bull. He was about his business. He wasn't about a book. He was about his business.
None of them are.
But he was cool.
Yeah.
He comes in the kitchen. When I see him walk through the kitchen, I knew he was coming for me. He was like, Pat, what happened? I said, I'm gonna show you what happened. I take him to the club lounge, open the door because I had key card access, and he was like, "What the fuck happened here?" And when he said that, I knew he was gonna be on my side.
Yeah.
And I said, "All those kids that I kicked out, that's what happened here." And he said, "Good job."
And they were unattended.
Yeah.
And
Oh no, I snitched big time. And I told him what happened. I told him why I did what I did, yada, yada, yada. He said, you know what? Don't worry about it. Nothing's going to happen. So the lady was adamant. Well, what's going to happen? Because he said, ma'am, those kids completely trashed my club lounge. Y'all are lucky I'm not revoking y'all access. So consider yourself lucky. And I think my cook deserves an apology because you really tore his back out.
That's a good GM, yo.
Yeah.
That's a really good GM.
She apologized. It was fake. She apologized. It killed her. And that was it.
Sorry.
And the club lounge was actually, he closed it for the rest of the night because housekeeping had to go in there and clean all that stuff up. And that was it. But it was one of those rare moments where
Dad mode popped out.
I was actually able to be a douche per se and it not backfire in my face.
Listen, bro.
So that was a good one.
That was good.
Yeah.
Shout out to that GM. It's very rare you get when it comes to GMs. It's rare you get cool ones. I had the pleasure to work with one. He was a cool one. The one fucking Marriott. Where did the Marriott? He was cool as hell. He used to be executive chef and moved up to GM. Okay. So I was being groomed, bro. I was shopping for suits and everything. I was like, woo-hoo, to a deluxe apartment. So
you're a clown.
Nah, that don't make me a clown, bro. I keep telling you, when I be knowing this stuff, COVID just popped that for me. Yeah. But I know I was on my way, by hook or by crook. I was gonna be in that suit. Remember, I told you why Jeffrey Zakarian is one of my guys. So, about to get to a heavy topic.
Is it heavy though?
It can be.
It can be, but it's not by nature.
Nah, not really. I'm just messing around. Got to keep the suspense going.
Yeah.
Relationships in the kitchen. I don't even have an opening statement. We could just talk about it. Now, your wife, y'all just met at the same place, but
she didn't work in the kitchen.
She didn't work in the kitchen. So, but have you ever had a relationship with somebody in the kitchen?
No. Nowhere. No kitchen.
Really?
Because I'm thinking about it.
Oh, no. You've been married for a long time, bro.
It'll be 12 years this year.
Congratulations, bro.
I've been out the game for a long time. And when I was in the game before the babe came around, the only kitchen I had worked in was the cafeteria at my college and the terrace. That's it. And
then you met.
Then I met her, and then that's when I was every place else. But as far as relationships in the kitchen go,
oh, damn, you might got interviewed me for this one.
nah, I was pretty much I was pretty tame because when I was in school, there was nobody in the cafeteria, and we work with the same people.
Yeah.
It was that one situation where, you know, things was spicy, but it never would have been a relationship.
I'm trying to think.
I really don't want to say. I have to say her name. You know?
You don't have to say her name. Is it the is it the girl? Is it the girl that she put the ends of the bread on the sandwich?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, never an employee. It was the secretary.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember. I didn't even know that was a thing. That was wild. When you told me that, I was confused.
Yeah.
I was like, huh?
Yeah, we shared a moment, but that was it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, never relationships in the kitchen for me. And it's funny because as much of a heathen as I was in my Willow Terrace days.
Oh, you said the fucking name, man.
Oh, my bad.
I keep telling you, when we get popping, I don't want to get sued, yo.
We can edit it out.
That's cool too. So and I'm leaving this part in.
No, I'm talking about the name drop.
No, I know, but the part where I tell you,
yeah. So I was such a heathen back then. It was funny that I actually had any rules, and my rule was never nobody that I worked directly with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I get that.
I didn't care about any place else because it was other departments. I don't have to see you.
Yeah.
In the kitchen, I gotta see you, and I know it's going to get weird.
I wish I had that rule.
Yeah, you know, you ain't have no self-control.
No, it wasn't even self-control. So this only happens I'm going to say this. It only happened in restaurants because you spend so much time together, you really can't help but get to truly know a person. If you with somebody for 14 hours, for 5 or 6 days, you can't help but get to know somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
So you really spend more time at work than you do at home. So I had two different places. I had relationships with people in the restaurant. It's hard. It's hard because there's no break of when y'all don't see each other. Because you see each other at work and you see each other when you get off the clock.
Yeah, that 24/7
That 24/7 thing is what will always kill it. And that's what happened with me both times.
Yeah, because y'all don't got no time away.
You don't have no time away.
You know,
it's how was your day? Well, I saw how your day was.
Right.
And it's like you don't even really, because also too with the time thing, you really don't get to explore other things without each other.
No, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then it's crazy because you know the old cliche saying, don't shit where you
eat.
Oh, not that one, but yeah. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Absolutely.
And y'all had no absence.
None.
So it was just like, you still here?
It's like, why? So I this is funny. Absence does make the heart grow fonder. So one particular relationship, she went on, she left, went to a different job or whatever. It wasn't the same after that. We broke up not too long after.
Why? If anything, I thought it would have probably strengthened it and made it better.
I thought so too, but
was it a trust thing? Like, now I can't see you, I don't know what you're doing?
No, it wasn't necessarily a trust thing. We were young, and then plus two, you don't even give yourself the opportunity to understand what evolving is if you're in it. So I think that's what happened.
Okay.
Because we were evolving, and it wasn't with each other like how it should be.
Right.
Like y'all should be separate. So then it just got weird.
I got you.
And so that was one. And the other one, she was a server. Okay. So that whole server, cook, I don't care, male, female, whatever you into, that server cook dynamic is a tale as old as time.
Yeah, it is.
It's just
yeah. Because it's crazy because I'm thinking about now back when I was at the hotel, even when I used to work at the diner in Mania, I'm thinking about that place too. And there were romantic dynamics within both places of coworkers in the same department. And we're talking about kitchens here. So in the kitchen. And I would sit back and I would look and I would see how far left they were going. And
like they taking that trip,
taking that nose
yeah.
And I'm just looking at it and it's like, bro, sis, what are you doing? Like, now nobody can be that big of an adult to just turn your feelings off and say, we're going to go back to being friends. No friends. We're going to go back to being coworkers. That's not like, you coworkers, but the tension now, especially if it ended on like in a bad way, it's just like, I need my stuff.
But see, that's damn. I felt attacked a little bit, but no, it's like you got to be mature enough to handle it. One out of two, both times I was definitely mature. Like the one where she left early, but like I was still, I'm still chef. Like I'm treat you different outside. The other one, it was an inside joke to us the whole time. Like,
okay.
Like one time she did something and I reprimanded her and everybody was like, you kind of like, you didn't have to do that. I'm like, I do that with everybody. Mm-hmm. So then she bust out laughing and text me like, you ain't have to yell at me like that. But it was like a joke to us. And that ended cool too. So it's a dangerous game. You just gotta be mature enough because
slippery fucking slope.
Yeah,
because listen, I'm gonna tell you this before we move on, and I'm gonna say it without actually divulging too much information because I don't know how she would feel about it if the world knew the story. So I'm not gonna tell the story.
Right.
So again, me and the babe, we met at work. Mm-hmm. We started dating.
You stole my floor. Yeah, I brought it up.
That was one time.
One time too many.
One time, bro. You acting like it was an occurrence. It was one time.
It was one time too many. It wasn't about the floor. It was about you lying to me. It was you lying.
It was the principle behind it. I get it.
That's all. But continue on. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I know.
Just messing with you, man.
Childish. Anyway, so again, we're dating. We're kicking it. We're at work. I know her schedule because they all had set schedules. We were the only clowns to not have set schedules. Well, you had one.
No, I didn't.
By default. You didn't have one? Like you had a work school thing going on?
Yeah, but sometimes I'll be getting like extra days or like...
All right, so we were the only clowns that didn't have a set schedule. So it's like, all right, whatever. But we're together at work. I would go to her house. We're together outside of work. Everything is overlapping. Wasn't any problems.
But you could. But realistically, real quick, y'all could go a day without seeing each other at work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
yeah, because like she'd never come to the kitchen. I would literally have to go to her floor to see her. Mm-hmm. So yes, you're absolutely right. But things kind of got normal. In a sense, as far as the absence makes the heart grow fonder and all that other stuff, once we weren't working together no more. Once she was no longer working there, it's like, damn, I miss her.
I don't got no reason to go to the third floor no more.
Yeah.
I can make a joke about it because I literally watched from beginning to present. Like I watched the whole thing, so. It was
like a what's the bull name?
It's a rom-com for real.
Yeah. It was a what's the bull name? The bull that made Boys in the Hood, John Singleton. Mm-hmm. It's like he directed that John.
Rest in peace, John Singleton.
Yeah, it's like he directed that John.
Bro, y'all, it's definitely a rom-com, yo. And one day on the Patreon, you gotta tell that story. I think it's hilarious. How y'all got together?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just this story gotta be told. They could really make a movie about it.
No, yeah. Yeah,
So, and
absolutely.
there's no cap whatsoever.
So where we at now? We at motivational mic drop already?
Nah, man, you jumped the gun, bro. What you mean? Motivational mic drop already? You in a rush? We gotta get the people's, we gotta get the people some content.
The only reason I asked is we did tales.
Mm-hmm.
We did the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got Q&A. That's where we at.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you bugging. And I got, matter of fact, before we do Q&A, I gotta ask a chef, man.
You know what? We ain't had one in like 2 weeks. I forgot all about it. So what you want to do first? Q&A or ask a chef?
We do ask a chef first, and then we ask each other.
All right.
This comes from one of my staff now. The only one I like.
Okay.
What are some common misconceptions or old wives' tales in the kitchen you should or should not do? I'll let you think on it. I got one. Stop putting oil in the water when you cook your pasta. It does not do anything but make the sauce slide off. All you need to do to boil pasta is water, salt. That's it. That's like an old wives' tale.
Yeah.
Like what? Like once I learned that, like it's like we were taught all wrong. And then I become a professional. I'm like, oh man, we're idiots.
Well, I feel like a clown because I just did that yesterday.
You what?
Just did
cut
that
you
yesterday.
the fuck out, bro. You serious?
Just did it yesterday.
I mean, cut that shit the fuck out.
Just did it yesterday.
Cut it out. And nobody said nothing?
Ever.
Oh my God. It's okay.
Ever.
This is hilarious. This is great. It's great. Cut it the fuck out right now. I don't ever after today, don't ever do it again. And you're gonna see a noticeable difference in your pasta. I guarantee it. You're gonna be like, damn, my sauce ain't runny when I put it on a plate.
That's crazy.
Oh my God, yo.
I just did it yesterday.
Stop. From me.
And mind you, I'm at the stove, big ass rondo. I'm look at the tunes on.
Yo, that's one of the clips.
Just did it yesterday.
Oh my God. You broke my heart, man. Yeah.
Just did it yesterday.
For me, just don't do it.
And it's crazy because it's like you said, like old wives' tale. Like,
yeah.
And it's funny because I'm thinking to myself, we do this, but I don't even know why I'm doing it. It's just
because your mother told you, her mother told her, and so on and so forth.
Like, it's just not a lot, just a splash of oil in the water, and you're good to go. And I'm just like,
yeah, no.
Oh man. Well, and listen, it just goes to show that I'm not above ridicule. I don't got all the answers clearly, because when I tell you I just did that shit yesterday,
damn,
I just did it yesterday.
Yo, mind blown. If you're not watching the video for this, like,
dog, listen, I'm telling you, it's funny as shit because
the disbelief you hear in my voice is real.
Fucking, I was on my reggaeton joint. I'm listening to Yo Boy, and I'm at the joint. I'm
Dad, do you have one?
And I'm thinking,
you ain't think nothing of it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm spicy. I'm spicy. I'm fuck oil. I'm extroverted. Just did it yesterday.
Oh man. All right. Do you got an old wives' tale or something? I don't think we got.
Man, no, not really. I don't have no old wives' tale. Common misconception.
Yeah.
I would have to say, damn. The pasta joint really fucked me up just
my
now.
bad, bro. I got another quick one. So, the tall chef hat.
I hate those.
Yeah, they haven't done that since the 1800s, bro. It used to mean something. It used to be the higher the hat, the higher the status.
Yeah.
It don't mean nothing.
I hate them Jones.
They, so, for those of you who, who haven't seen me or whatever, I got locks. My old, at the retirement place, my old GM, who knew nothing, absolutely nothing about food, tried to tell me, you can't wear your normal, I wear the black chef cap.
Yeah.
She said, you can't wear that anymore because you're the director. I said, what do you mean? She said, you got to wear the tall hats like how, my predecessor wore. I was like, first off, it's paper. Second off, that hasn't been a thing since the 1800s. And I was like, and third of all, he only wore it because he didn't have one of these. So she was like, it doesn't mean anything? I was like, it means you're an idiot.
Shit.
Or you don't have a chef hat and you don't want to wear a hairnet. I said people wear those. That's my punishment. Like, oh, you don't got a chef hat? Okay, cool. You get to wear the goofy one. Got you. Put dunce on it. Or I forgot my chef hat. So yeah, the tall hat thing, get it out of here. It don't mean nothing. People be working in dish shirts and.
Listen, I wear either a Scully or a beanie every day at work. Every day.
Yo, towards the end of my tenure at the first steakhouse, I was wearing Scully or a beanie, and then I had it said no fucks given, but it was spelled out like Givenchy.
Okay.
And I was wearing and then I was sitting down, tying my shoes. I hate wearing sneakers, like the non-slip sneakers. I love the clogs. The one time they didn't have clogs, so I just got the sneakers just to hold me over. I'm tying my shoe. I look up. My GM was like, no fucks given. All right. Carry on. And she started walking up the steps. I was like, oh yeah, she knew I'm done. I would just do stuff to agitate him. He's playing with my money, yo. Told you. It's two things that make me leave a job. I play with my money or I hate coming there. It's two things. Anything else I tolerate.
Oh, those are the two worst things.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to think.
Don't worry about it. That's a pod moment. That's fucking gold.
Yeah.
It's not a thing, bro. It's really not a thing.
I learned today.
Oh man.
You gonna learn today. I learned today.
That's fucking crazy.
I feel like a fucking goof.
All right. Let's get it Q&A.
You can go first, yo.
All right. So, respectfully, you're one of the best platers I've ever seen.
For real?
Yeah. Because okay. So I'll just say, plating is. Remember I said like I'm an architect with this.
Yeah.
So, plating is like a painting. You have to understand colors, framing, structure. You haven't been doing it long enough before how long you doing it to already understand that concept.
Okay.
That already takes you further. Like, so
I get that.
When did it become important for you, or when did it click for you?
Plating clicked for me when my guy that I used to work with over at the hotel.
They called you chump?
No, not him.
Oh, okay.
No. He did banquet stuff. So.
Oh, okay.
But
hotel pain.
Yeah. So my guy that I worked with on the line, he transferred to our hotel from a different property.
Okay.
So he had already been in the business for a minute.
Yeah.
And we on the line one day, he never worked cold side. He hated cold side.
It's for babies.
Leave him on hot side. So whenever me and him work together, I'm on cold by default. But we had got slammed. And we're both on hot side. He's on the grill, I'm doing saute. So I go to plate something up. And he's like, yo, Pat. I'm like, what's up? He's like, yo, what's that? I was like, it's the entree. What you mean? He was like, no. I know that, but like, why I look like that?
That's old school, yo.
And I'm like, what you mean? He was like, bro, like
it look like shit.
Like, you don't see how it looks, yo? Like, bro, like, listen, I know you, bro. Like, you can cook, bro. Like, that joint look like this your first day.
Damn.
So I'm like, okay. So I looked at it, and when I really took a step back and looked at it, I saw what he meant, because it was just all of the components just on the plate.
Oh, but there's gaps.
There was no rhyme or reason to how I was plating it. And he said, yo, look, if the server brought this to you to the table, and it came to the table looking like this, how would you feel? And I would feel like they was rushing to get it done and just threw it on the plate. And he said, listen, that's how it looks. It's not sloppy, but it's like not together. So he said, look, I'm going to show you. So he took my plate apart, replated it, and then he added some garnish. He added a little bit of extra seasoning for color so it could pop. And he said, one thing they can never tell us, they can't tell us how we can plate our food, because there's no certain way it has to be. But it has to be presentable every time. And however you do it this time is how you got to do it every time. So think about how you want this dish to go out. And whenever you get it, make it look like that every time. And I was like, damn. And I felt like a nut, because to me, this is like entry level shit. Like, I should have known this. And I was like, but after he put me on game, I don't give a fuck whether it was a steak frite, whether it was a salmon entree, whether it was a cheesesteak, whether it was a burger. I ain't give a fuck what it was. From then on out, I took my plating seriously, and that started like late 2018. So from then until the time I left, then when I was doing my own shit, even now when we have catering shit and we garnish, I just keep all that shit in mind, because, again, like, you eat with your eyes.
Mom Dukes hit me because she saw the Instagram story. She was like, "You did that?"
Which one?
You posted like plates. You had a bunch of different plates on the stove.
Oh yeah.
Mom Dukes hit me, and she was like, "You did that?" And I was like, "No, I can't take pictures while I'm at work. I'm busy." She was like, "Tell Pat that shit look all right." So that's what made me come up with the question, because I was like, I was looking at it, I'm like, damn, like, that was quick. It usually takes people a long time to figure out how to plate and be consistent. And I think that's the biggest thing, being consistent with your plating.
Yeah.
It take people a long time to figure it out.
I had a lot of practice, though, like working at the hotel, especially when I was in cafeteria doing that shit. I was responsible for all the desserts. So, you got to do 400 cheesecakes with the swirl and the whipped cream and the strawberry and all that, and it's like, all right, all this shit gotta look the same. Yeah,
because it can't. If I come here Monday, the logic is, if I come here Monday and get the cheesecake, when I come here Thursday, it should be the same exact cheesecake.
Exactly.
So a lot of people don't get it. That's like the biggest thing I be teaching my staff now. I tried to teach them. Some of 90% don't want to learn, which is cool. So I don't talk to y'all. I just focus on the 10% that do. It's consistent. I don't care. For me, I don't care about what you know, or I know how to do this. I don't care, because I know you don't know how to do it. What I do care is about you consistently doing the same thing every day, the same exact way. Do not change. That's how you get good.
And you know what fucked us up at the hotel?
What?
So it was 4 of us that worked the line. Myself, I worked hot, saute, and cold. My man, without saying his name, my man G, I'll just leave it at that. He worked hot, saute, and cold. My man D, only hot and saute. My other man D, only cold side. So that was our dynamic. And depending on what dish came in on what side at whatever time, whoever was there, I guarantee you, we could get 4 salmon entrees between the 4 of us.
Yeah, look the same.
Every single one of them joints look different.
What?
Every single one looked different. There was no uniformity, if I said that correctly.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
When it came to that, the taste was the same. They all taste good, but they all look different.
Man, listen. So, like, I'll say this real quick and we can get a motivational. So, I'm a vicious. When I worked in restaurants and not the Marriott, but the whole early hotels, I'm a vicious. Yo, replate that, yo. Replate that. I don't care how busy it is. Replate that. It look like shit. Like, what the fuck is it? Like, that's me. Because I'm a firm believer in uniformity and consistency. And my third golden rule is efficiency.
Okay.
You'll never, like, be out of whack if you got those 3 things. So I'm always like, nah, take that. Nope. The fuck is that? Get that out of here. Replate that. Why do you got sauce on the rim of the plate? This look like slop. And they would be like, a lot of my staff over the years be like, yo, why you so hard on us? And I'd be like, when you go somewhere else, my homie, shout out to my homie Rel. I was hard on him. He was part of the staff when I worked in the steakhouse. One day he hit me up, bro, I'm about to be sous chef. My fucking dog. I'm proud of you, bro. So it don't benefit me. It's not a gift or a curse me giving out the information, but take it like it. I just get off on helping people get better.
Right.
That shit makes me happy.
Right.
Because it wasn't the being a chef thing. That wasn't a thing. And I never saw nobody that looked like me in them kitchens. So I already gotta be 10 times better than them.
Right.
And I already gotta work 10 times harder than them. I'm just here to make the road easier for everybody else coming behind me.
No, that makes perfect sense.
So,
all right. So my Q&A for you is: was there ever a time at work, an event, a corporate event, wedding, whatever the case may be, was there ever a time when you was at work when you said to yourself, yo, this shit is too much. I don't know if I'm gonna finish.
Yeah, when Chef Freaky Bull.
Okay.
When the day he got clipped, and it was
400 person party.
It was now, mind you, I wasn't even supposed to do that party because I was on a line. So it's line, banquet, ordering, and it was something else I had to do that day. And I was asking people to come in. Everybody like, no, I'm fucking off.
Right.
So,
excuse me.
I hate doing the hot box thing, but that's the only thing. That was only my only lifeline. I'll do my line shit, cook shit on the line for the banquet, put it in a hot box. Do my orders, cook some shit for the party, throw it in a hot box. I got everything in the hot box, and I hated that I had to do it this way, but I got everything in the hot box 45 minutes before the event started. Normally it'd be 15 minutes because I want it fresh, I want it hot.
Right.
But and then cleaning up all that shit, like the kitchen. After that, bro, I was like, I don't think I can make it. But then my food and beverage director pulled me to the side. He was like, I see the look of panic. He's like, this is why I always be calling you Goose, because you cool as shit on the outside, but your feet under that water, boy, you paddling hard. And he's like, I can see you starting to break. And he was like, you got it. Like, you're doing it. So just keep doing it. So that was my only one. That shit, boy, I had to ice my knees in the office.
Damn.
I think I did 25,000 steps. A normal day for me is 10. And that's even if I'm just coasting.
The most steps I did at work was during football season. When I'm walking around that track from one concession stand to the other, and then going in the building, and then doing that. I think I might have did in our busiest game. I did like 32,000 steps that whole day from the morning I got there until that night when I left.
That's why. Listen, when I go do my doctor's visits, they be like, "Do you work out?" And I show them like my thing. They be like, "Wow." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be at work." Be walking.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was the only time I ever felt like fuck.
If there was ever a time, that's the time though.
Yeah, I knew I was. But the thing was, this is hindsight 2020. Chef Freaky Boy was grooming me the whole time. I think everybody else knew I could handle it. I was the only one that didn't know.
If you could handle it.
If I could handle it. Everybody else did.
Got you.
So I was once that happened, you couldn't tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. I know I finally realized what everybody else saw. I'm nice now.
Right.
So shout out to Chef Freaky Boy. Like he really, my man, I had a homie, he would pop in and out, help out for parties and such. And he was like, yo, I know y'all ain't get along when he first got here, but I don't know what he did or said to you, but you're a machine. He was like, you just don't stop.
I'm going to tell you what he said to you.
What?
Two beers. I still can't get over that shit.
Bring me 2 beers.
I still can't get over that shit. I still be laughing about that shit to this day. Oh my God,
bring me 2 beers.
Yo.
He used to say my name with a Z, like Joshua. Like, bro, it's a J. But
that's that Eastern European.
Yeah, bro. But shout out to him, yo. Like a lot of the reason I pop my shit the way I do is because of the people I learned from. And I'm a person that'll be like, fuck everything else, teach me.
Right.
I'm gonna sit there and accept the lesson. So like him, Chef Charlie, like rest in peace Chef Don, Chef Tone, like Chef Blake, like I'm like, what y'all doing, bro? Like I'm watching.
Right.
I'm watching. So
where we at now?
We have motivational mic drop, man. What you got for the people?
Okay.
2 beers.
So my motivational mic drop for this week would have to be, it's okay to fail. Not to fail
you
completely.
Motherfucker.
Oh, that was yours?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing. Do your
shit.
thing. Go do your thing. It's cool though. It's a good problem. It's a good problem.
And I don't mean fail in the sense that you never attain your goals to get to where you want to be. But it's okay to fail in the sense of not having it all figured out.
Right.
Because I know, in order to get to the mountaintop, you're going to fall along the way. Mm-hmm. You're going to stumble along the way. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to give up. It might be a landslide. Some rocks might fall down. You know, it's going to be all kinds of distractions and roadblocks in the way while you're climbing the mountain. But once you reach the summit and you get there,
yeah,
all of the adversity and everything you went through along the way is going to be worth it.
For sure.
So it's okay to fail because we're all going to. It's how you rebound.
Yeah.
Because if the goal you're trying to attain is worth it, you're going to get back up.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're going to get back up again. Mm-hmm. And you're going to get back up again. And what you thought might have taken you a year, might take you a year and a half, might take you 2 years. But it's going to be that much more worth it when you get there.
For sure. I'm going to just, it's a good problem, but since you took mine, I'm going to just go with the thing I said earlier about like my 3 keys is success in the kitchen. You could put them in real life. Uniformity, consistency, efficiency. Uniformity is just putting in like regular people terms, like try and try and do everything the same way. Create patterns for yourself.
Okay.
Create habits for yourself. Make them good, productive. Consistency is if you're doing great things, don't stop. Don't do average things the next day and do great things and then okay things. No. Consistency. Always keep it at one level. Efficiency. Find the shortest way to get to where you're ever trying to go while still doing those first two things. Because you can find a short distance to your path, but it ain't going to be good. The end result ain't going to be good. Yeah. So as long as you're consistent and you're uniform with things and you combine the efficiency, that even though you're taking a shortcut, the grand thing, because even though you took a shortcut, you still did everything right. The thing at the end of the line is like kind of perfect, close to perfection as possible. So I was done. I'm done. That's my motivational. I think that was pretty all right because, damn, we really butted heads on that one. I was going to say something a little different, but it was kind of like the same same quote. But that's it, man. That's all.
Hey, listen, that was another banger.
For sure. Patreon, what up?
Yeah.
What up?
Yeah.
They getting videos. They getting whole videos. They get extra content. I'm thinking about putting a recipe on there.
Like a demonstration?
Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you off air. We got some good shit.
Okay.
I got you.
All right,
y'all. Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Peace.
Please rate the shows. Rate the shows. Add comments if you're on Apple Podcasts. Like, give us a review. Rate the shows. Those help out a lot. Love, peace, and chicken grease.